Today on Max Handy Gadgets, we're back in the workshop working on this old Gen 1 Bushnell night vision monocular that stopped working. Think we can fix it? Let's find out. Okay, a friend asked me to take a look at this because it stopped working. Put new batteries in and it just doesn't turn on. No power. So let's take a look. We'll put the batteries in and see if we can see if it does anything or no power like she said. Alright, let's take a look. Yep, it's an old Bushnell Gen 1 night vision monocular, and here's where the batteries go, so we'll just go ahead and put them in like she said, and we'll just go ahead and do that. Put them right in there. They're supposed to be brand new batteries. And we'll go ahead and screw the cap on. Okay, and we'll turn it over and we'll try to turn it on, see what happens. Hold the button down, the power button, and yep, we don't have any lights, nothing's coming on. Hold the power button down again. Yep, no lights, definitely nothing's coming on. So there's something going on in there with the batteries or the battery holder, or maybe it's just contacts, or maybe we got to get in deeper, but we're going to find out here in a minute. So I think our best bet would be to see how good the contacts are in the battery compartment here. So let's do that. Okay, at first glance, it looks like it's not making very good contact on the upper part here. So we might have to fix that somehow. It seems as though the conductive coating wore off the plastic on this little disc. Okay, that's one thing we got to fix. Let's dump the batteries out and we'll take a look inside. Yeah, they look a little bit crusty in there. Hold on, let me see if I can get you a better view. Okay, let's take a look down inside the battery holder here and see if it's crusty in there. I don't know if you can see in there, but it looks kind of dry. Okay, let's get some light on there. Oh yeah, definitely crusty in there a little bit. Alright, those contacts probably need some cleaning, I would say. So yeah, let's get doing that, and I'll figure out a way to get way down in there and clean it so we don't have to take this camera all apart. And then we'll give it a try, and if that doesn't work, we'll dig a little deeper. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can clean up those contacts in there a little bit. Yeah, they look pretty bad. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this, but I'm going to take a little bit of alcohol on a swab and we'll go around down in there and clean that up. Okay, let's see how we did. That's looking pretty good. It just needs a little cleaning on the contacts down there though. Yeah, okay, let me go ahead and get something to file them down with a little bit and make them nice and shiny, and it should be good to go, and then we'll give it a test. Alright, let me do that and I'll bring you back when I clean these up, because it's kind of close to have you in the camera and me down in that little tiny little slot. Okay, let me go ahead and clean them up off camera and I'll bring you back. Yeah, so I'm going to just take this little strip of fine sandpaper. It's like 1200 grit. And we're going to take this little tool here. It's like a little mini chisel, and we'll go ahead and put that on there. Just like that. And we'll go down in there and we'll kind of buff up those contacts. I don't know if you can see it in there, but yeah, if you buff them up a little bit, they seem to come back to life. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Yeah, it's looking better. Okay, it looks like I got to do some more buffing. I'll bring you back when I'm done buffing them contacts up, and let's see how that works. Yeah, we might have to make something new for this, so it makes contact up top because they got to join together up here. Yeah, we're still cleaning in there, so. Wow, pretty dirty. Okay, I'll keep working on that until it comes out nice and clean. Okay, that's pretty good. That looks pretty clean. Alright, I think we're done. We'll just go ahead and give it a test and see if it works. Okay, let's go ahead and put the batteries in. And we'll put the cap on and we'll screw this on. This might not make contact, so we might have to build something for that. Piece of aluminum or something, we'll have to glue it right on there to make contacts across the battery. Alright, let's try it. Alright, let's give it a try. See how we're doing. Nope. Let's hold the power button in. Nope. Okay, it must be the upper contact causing that problem, so let's check that out again. Okay, it probably is that, but there is a way we can test it first, isn't there? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we could use one of these, you know, aluminum can, and we'll use the shiny part. And we'll go ahead and maybe glue a little piece right on here so it makes contact across the battery terminals, and maybe it'll work good. Yeah, let's do that. We'll glue a piece of aluminum right on there so it makes good contact across the battery terminal there. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's move the monocular out of the way for a minute, and we'll just take our can and we'll take a sharp knife and we'll go ahead and just pierce it. I'm going to cut around the top part here. Okay, when you get close, you can take just a pair of scissors and go ahead and cut that. Alright. We'll get rid of that piece. And now what we can do, we can just slice it down the middle, right? And turn it around, and we can cut off a nice chunk so we can work with it. Okay, there we have a nice piece of aluminum, and you think we can take that piece of aluminum and glue it on here? to make contact, because I doubt you're going to be able to buy this cap that's not already wore out. So this would be a good test to see if it works, the camera, and see if we cleaned up the contacts good enough for it to turn on. Yeah. Okay, let's get to making that little disc. Okay, let's go ahead and clean up a section here, because it's probably got some kind of coating on there, you know. So we could take a piece of sandpaper, real fine sandpaper, and clean that up. So let's get a piece of sandpaper. Okay, so we have a piece of sandpaper. It's 1500 grit. So we'll just go ahead and sand this spot here and get rid of any coating that's on there. Just like that. I think we got it already. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Took that coating off there and made it conductive. Yeah. Okay. Now we're going to take our multimeter and just see how conductive that is right there. Yeah, we'll put it on continuity. Can you see it? Okay. When it makes continuity, it's going to beep. And it should go to almost zero. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, good. Now, just out of curiosity, let's see if it makes contact on this painted side. You ready? We'll get our meter in here. And we'll go ahead and touch our probes together. Okay, it's working. Now let's check our continuity on this. Nothing. See that coating on there, it's not conductive. That's why you got to take it off. Even though it looks like it's conductive here, it still has a coating on it. So if you ever use a piece of aluminum like this, you're going to have to scuff it up some and get through that layer of non-conductivity so that you can use it on your battery terminals. Yeah. Okay. You can't solder to aluminum, but you can glue like we're going to do. We're going to glue that right to the back cover there, and it should make contact. So alright, let me cut out a little disc and we'll get started on that. Okay, let's just go ahead and cut a little square out at first. Get rid of some of this excess. Okay. Okay, now we scuffed it up right here, so we'll just go ahead and get rid of that part. Okay, now all we're doing is working with this part. Yeah. And that's the part we scuffed up good. Yep. Okay. Now we have to cut it like a circle out so it fits our cap. Yeah, and then we could scuff this up a little and maybe glue it on with some super glue. That should hold it. This has enough surface area. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, we're going to make a round piece of aluminum for this plastic cap so we can glue it on. So we're going to need something to trace around, so why not use like a penny? Actually, you could probably glue the penny on there. Okay. Yeah, but we're going to use something thinner because this penny's pretty thick. So, alright, we can use a penny to scribe around to make a circle, or we could maybe use a dime. Let's see if the dime works better. Looks pretty good. But let's see. The penny should fit in there, shouldn't it? Let's bring the monocular back. Let's see. Yeah, it would probably make it, but it might not go down in there far enough. Okay. Let's use the dime then, you know, because it'll fit down in there almost, and we can make it smaller if we have to. So there you go. All right, let's scribe that and we'll cut it out. Okay, we'll just take one of these Sharpies and we'll go around there. Okay, now we're going to just take our scissors and go right around there. Yeah, okay, let's see if we can do it. Okay, not too bad. Looks pretty good. Yeah, now all you do is flatten this out a little. Make it lay flat. And we'll put that right on the middle of that plastic cap. We have to make sure it makes contact with our battery though. Let's check that out. We'll make sure it makes contact with our battery. Let's see. Yeah, it probably will. Okay. Might have to trim this down a little smaller. Better do that now before we glue it on here, right? Alright, let me check that out and I'll be right back. Yep, we're gonna have to trim this down some so it fits down in there. So you can't make it that big because it'll not make contact with the batteries by pushing down on there. Okay, let's go ahead and make this smaller. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's see how we did. Okay, that's pretty good. It's just a little bit smaller than the original, just a hair, so it won't hit the edge, but it'll go down in and make contact with the battery. Okay, let's give that a try. We're gonna glue that right on there, and then we'll give it a try. Okay, let's do that. Okay, let's just take a little alcohol because we're gonna have to clean up our surfaces. So we'll go ahead and clean the back side of this so it'll stick good with the glue. Okay, and we'll go ahead over here and we'll clean this surface up. So the glue will stick good. Okay, now we'll let them dry. Okay, these are dry enough, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put a dab of glue on there and we're going to stick this disc right on top of there to make better contact with the batteries. Alright, let's do that. And we're going to use super glue. Yep. Alright, that should hold. It's got enough surface area there to hold. So let's give it a try. Yeah, we got one shot at this, so we kind of better make it count, right? Yeah. You know what? I better put that in a vise so it don't move around on me. And then I can place that disc right in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I have the cap clamped in a vise so it won't move while we're trying to glue. And we got one shot at this, so let's go ahead and do our best. Okay, we'll get some super glue and we'll put a nice dab here. And then we'll take our contact plate and we'll put it right on there. And see how we do. Okay, not bad. I think we got it. Okay, let's get our cap out of the vise. And we'll move our vise. And we'll go ahead and bring back our night vision monocular. And you can see that looks pretty good. And it'll go down in there and make contact with the battery. So let's go ahead and screw that on and see how we do. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with the cap here or something. Yeah, it's not screwing on. Okay, I think what happened was the thread ring was stuck on the camera and it broke free finally. It was really tight before and it kind of pulled right off. So we're going to have to try to figure out a way to get the thread ring out of the cap. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we could pry down in there a little bit and get some WD-40 in there to loosen it up because I see some corrosion in there. That's what probably happened. The cap ring, the cap thread ring actually came off with the cap. And because of corrosion, you could push it back on and tighten it like, but it won't stay on. It was so tight on there and corroded that it pulled the threads right off of the housing here. So we're gonna have to try to figure out a way to get the threads out of the cap ring. Yeah, can you see it? Yeah, I think we can do it though. We get down in between here and kind of pry and put some WD-40 down there to loosen that up. Maybe get rid of the corrosion that's in there. Okay, let's do that. I'll bring you back when I'm done with that episode. Yeah, this is going to be tricky, I think. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I got it to break free. It's still tight, real tight. Okay. Okay, can you see the corrosion that's in there? Okay, the threads actually pulled off the camera and was stuck in the cap ring. Wow. That's what happens when you have salt water, I guess. Alright, now this is going to need to be probably glued on down in there that way. Yeah. It seems to have alignment marks, so we'll use them. And we'll glue it down in there. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And it should work. We'll clean it up real good with alcohol, and then we'll clean this up with alcohol around the edge, and we'll put a couple little dabs of glue here and we'll stick it down on there. And it should hold because there's a lot of surface area right here. A lot of surface area. So it should hold good. Okay, let's do that. I'll clean these up and I'll bring you back. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it or not, but look at all the corrosion that's in that cap in between the threads and that thread ring. That's why it's stuck on there. It would not move. I mean, it was actually corroded on. And instead of it unscrewing, it actually pulled off the camera, pulled the threads right off the camera. Yep, lots of corrosion in there. Okay, let me clean that up and I'll bring you back. Okay, here it is, all cleaned up and it's working good. The thread ring here, I'm going to glue on the case and it'll screw on real good, and the battery will make good contact with that new plate that we put up here, that aluminum plate. Yeah, that's going to be good. And we'll put a little bit of oil on there, or like silicone grease, just a real little bit, and then when you screw this on, it'll be easier to come off, you know. Put a little bit of silicone grease on there and it should come off easy, especially if you keep this like in saltwater area, like on a boat or whatever. It'll unscrew easier. Okay, let's get the batteries out of there. Okay, take the batteries out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and glue this ring on there, just like that, so it don't pull off anymore. And we're going to use our super glue. Yeah, that ought to hold. And then we'll go ahead and test it. It should work. Okay, let's do that. We'll get this open and we'll get our ring out of there. And I'm going to go ahead and put some dabs on the ring. Okay, that ought to do it. Now we got one shot at this, so we got to go for it. Okay, we got him. That ought to hold. It's a lot better than it was, because it was probably corroded but broke loose, and it actually stayed in the cap here. The thread ring just pulled right out of there and stayed in the cap. It was so corroded around there. Yep. I don't want to screw that on there yet in case I have a little glue on the outside by accident. You know, we don't want to glue this to it. No, that would be bad. Okay, we'll let our glue dry and then we'll put our batteries in and we'll put the cap on and we'll fire this baby up. The Bushnell Gen 1 2.5 by 42 night vision monocular. It's an oldie, but probably a goodie. Yeah. Alright, let's give it a try in a couple minutes. Let's let our glue dry. Okay, our glue has dried. Let's go ahead and put our batteries in. Now we're going to take a little bit of lubricant in our needle oiler here, and we're going to put it a little bit around on the threads. Okay, that ought to do it. Now let's screw that on there. Oh yeah, much easier to screw on. Okay. Alright, let's fire her up, see if she's working. Ready? We'll hit the power button. It's on. Beautiful. Okay, let's hold the power button off. Okay, it goes off. Okay, it's working. Let me see if I can see through it here, and I'll be right back. Yep, it's working good. Okay, let me take a look through there and see. Yep, it's definitely working. So, we fixed it. Yep. Let's hold the button and power off. Okay, it's powering down. Alright. Well, there it is. Our Bushnell night vision monocular. There's the model number, in case you want to know. And we fixed it. Yeah, I'm glad we fixed it. Yeah, this person's going to be glad we fixed it. And yeah, I'm going to return it to her tonight, and we'll go ahead and say we made a video on it. Yeah. Okay, there you have it, guys. Our Gen 1 Bushnell night vision monocular that just plain stopped working because of the corrosion, and the battery was not making contact properly, which is good because we're able to fix it without tearing it all apart. I thought it might have been like some capacitors in there kind of failed, you know, so we would have had to take it all apart for that. But I'm glad we fixed it. Okay, guys, if you're enjoying these videos, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I'm happy we fixed this one. Very good.